Kids throwing punches, kicking, and hurting other students.
WDRB investigates the thousands of fights inside JCPS schools. Our Valerie Chin and Kevin Wheatley uncover which schools are seeing the most violence.
It's hard to watch. Conway Middle School 6th grader Khloe Johnson sitting at a desk.
They made me have a knot in my eye and they broke my glasses.
And attacked by another student in May. It's one of many fights at JCPS buildings this past school year, including Western High School, Iroquois High School, Ballard High School, and Pleasure Ridge Park High School. After hearing from many parents fed up with the violence, WDRB started investigating just how many fights there have been in schools this past year. The latest records available through the end of April show there have been 14,871 fights at JCPS elementary, middle, and high schools. That includes fights between students or students hitting other students and staff members. In the first 155 days of school, that's nearly 96 fights per day.
I don't think any parent wants your kids to fight anywhere, whether it's school or out in the community. And it shows us that we have work to do. We all do as an entire community.
That number doesn't include the 1,272 violent incidents at schools in the same time period. Those incidents include everything from assaults to sexual abuse to threats.
It's sickening. It's just brutal for someone to do that to a child. I mean, where this anger would come from another child.
The schools with the most fights this past year, Benet School for students with moderate and severe disabilities with 731.
We are working again with our trauma teams in that school, in Benet, and all of our schools, and working with our staff and our students to try our best to reduce those numbers.
What are the concerns for parents and students at that school?
It's a safe school. The kids are safe there. If you've been to Benet, and I invite you to go there if you haven't, people are happy, teachers are happy, and the kids are happy. It is a difficult situation at times to maintain a level where there isn't a strike going on.
Cane Run Elementary and McFerrin Preparatory Academy tied for second with 390 fights. Coleridge Taylor Montessori Elementary with 385 and Thomas Jefferson Middle School with 339 fights.
And we have a concerted effort to try and prevent these fights before they start, or to, once a fight does happen, make sure it doesn't happen again by doing case management in the schools.
JCPS says fights were down this past year compared to previous years, with over 25,000 in 2018-19 and over 22,000 in 2019-20. But it's not an exact comparison after the district changed how it codes fights.
If you and I got into a fight, that would have counted as 2 incidents. Now that counts as 1 incident.
You don't know then if fights are down for this school year then?
Looking at the data, looking at the numbers, yes, but looking at the way the data is collected, it's unclear.
Feeling like the district isn't doing enough to protect her special needs grandson, Susan Sanchez is taking matters into her own hands.
This is the paperwork notifying me to contact them, the juvenile system, in order to come down and file the assault charges against the student.
In April, her grandson was punched in the face at Doss High School. Sanchez says the student was bullying another student. The class got upset. Security was called. Then
my grandson looked at the student and said, "Shut up," and got punched square in the nose.
Her grandson only returned for testing as she feared for his safety. For Khloe, she didn't return to Conway.
I had to take Khloe out of school. You're talking, she's honor roll, A, B student, and I had to take her out of school because they cannot protect my granddaughter here.
We asked JCPS about both incidents. The district says it can't comment on individual cases.
We are working on the school level to talk with kids and notice those trauma-related triggers that many kids are facing. Why are kids escalating to the point of fights? And we need information to know that.
Khloe is moving to Lassiter Middle School, hoping it won't be like this.
What do you want to say to those girls who were bullying you?
To stop bullying me and don't bully other people.
Valerie Chin, WDRB News.
And if you have information related to this story or any story you think our Investigates team should look into, you can email us at investigate@wdrb.com or give the team a call, 502-322-1297.